What's up everyone, check out this beat. In this video I want to talk about a specific sound from this project, which is the clickety-clackety track. Just by itself, it doesn't sound very special, but when you listen to it together with a breakbeat, with the main drums, then you can hear that it kinda connects the snares with each other. Because of how it transitions between the snares with sort of a pitch bend, it always feels to me like it's sort of a bridge between the snares. Like in Germany we would say a Hängebrücke, something that like it hangs, this kind of bridge, and it hangs because it's the pitch bend. Anyway, this is a technique that you can use in every track to add interesting percussive elements to stuff, especially when the source material was not rhythmic at all. Because let's turn off all of these effects and just listen to this. This is basically something that I just recorded by randomly hitting on my piezo drum, which I made another video about. If you wanna watch it, the video in question, I mean I put the link into the description anyway, but it's this one where I tested my piezo. And yeah, I used it again to make the sound. And I actually had this idea a few days ago when I was making music with my son, who is still too young to really understand all the different kinds of rhythms. He still wanted to record some percussions because he's a kid and kids love making music. So he was hitting on something and it made click, 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 click. And I was just sitting there thinking like, what can I do with that? I mean, I could go and cut all of these clicks, slice them in some interesting way, but I kind of don't want to do that. I want to make something with the original rhythms from this track, but at the same time I wanted to twist them in a way that they suddenly appear as if they were played like that on purpose. And my solution was to instantiate an instance of my Vibrato plugin NEL, because with NEL it can sound like this. So how do you do that? You make an instance of NEL, you select the LFO as one of the modulators, and then you select sync mode for the rate. You select a very slow rate, like a full bar in this case, and the triangle's wavetable. In the center it is actually a triangle and it sounds like this. Oh. You don't hear anything, it doesn't sound like a vibrato yet. That's because you still have to turn up the buffer size to the max, and now it will sound really crazy. This in itself could already be pretty cool in its own way, but when you decrease the depth, you suddenly hear a little bit more of the original signal. It still sounds weird, but that's why you can turn the wavetable to the left or to the right to get a motion in which the pitch is like flowing. Or the other way around. Or with stereo width. Or with feedback. Okay, I was getting a little bit carried away at the end, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you can do with NEL when you're using the LFO modulator. And yeah, I did some of that and came up with this sound. I also clipped it a little bit. And then the only thing left to do was to make a little automation to connect the snares. Yeah, that's a technique that you can use every time you have some rhythmical material where you just want to keep something about the original rhythms alive, but at the same time you want to twist it so hard that it just feels super pleasing even though the rhythms are all over the place. Whenever you run into a situation where a sample is kind of like that, you can use this technique to make it really an outstanding feature of your song. Please note that even though this update is available on my GitHub page for Windows users, it is not officially the updated version of this plugin yet, because there are a few bugs left, and that's why there is no Mac version yet. For example, when I try to type in a value here, it does this weird thing where it just, I don't know, writes two numbers at the same time, and I didn't find the time to fix that yet, which is why this is not officially updated. But you can use the plugin already. Like, the number of bugs that are still there are low enough that I would say it can be enjoyed. Just keep in mind that you should come back and check for an update at some point. Okay, now I can finish this video. Hope you enjoyed it.